My name is Cody Mayfield. I'm a full-time firefighter, full-time business owner, and most importantly, a father. It is difficult to balance these areas of life, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. We're working on a special project at our shop, restoring the original Hummer H1 from Jurassic Park, A Lost World, and you could win it. I saw a need for our fire department to build a mobile training center to help our entire county, but didn't know how we could do it. We have partnered with Let's Enter to raise money for our fire department by giving you a chance to win.
Just scary, it's about to be legendary.
It's day 3. I'm struggling a little bit. We were up all night with the fire department, so I'm not on my A game right now, but day 2 we got the Hummer got sandblasted. Being day 3, our goal is to sand it the rest of the way down and get it in epoxy primer. So that's what's going on today. Taking a little longer than what I anticipated, but that's to be expected when you had a night like I had. It's I'm very tired, but just pushing through so we can get to the next step.
I don't know how Cody does it. I don't know how he manages to go to the fire department and work up here at the shop, and he actually does a lot of other things on top of that, you know, being a father, and I don't know how Cody does all that, but he seems to manage. They like to pick on me a lot.
How do they pick on you?
They just do. They come in here and they like to pick on me and get me going, so.
You don't let that happen though, do you?
No, not too much. I put them in their place, so. I let them know who the boss is around here.
So you're the boss around here?
Pretty much. Boys, y'all know who the boss is around here.
So my name's Chase. I actually run the tow truck, so I have to go out on crash scenes. I have to pretty much load cars on the tow truck, bring them here, get them worked on. That's what actually keeps the business going here, is bringing the cars here to get worked on.
So we have to hand sand after sandblasting to make sure that no spots were missed before we put epoxy primer on it. We noticed that our sandblasting guy did not realize that the hood was fiberglass, so by him sandblasting half the hood, it's going to set us back a couple days because it did more damage than it did good. Finish Master is where we buy all our paint materials from. We needed epoxy primer really bad, so our friend Tyler at Finish Master, he brought it out to us so we could get this thing rolling. I want to go back as close as possible to what it was in the movie.
Yeah, if that's a good sample of what the color is, we can definitely get that for you.
We have a camera. What Seth is calibrating right now is a camera reader. We can actually clean a spot off and stick this camera up, and it'll shoot this and actually form, it'll generate and make a paint code for us. You got something? So he pulled the code, or he read this, and it's going to generate and make the actual color that this was in the scene. So, right on.
Cody's dinosaur jokes are a little on the corny side, but he loves them, so we let him do him.
Do you think they ate corn back in the day?
Oh gosh, here we go again.
Maybe.
Maybe.
This Hummer is extremely heavy. This right here is a wax and grease remover, like I said, and we saturate a towel with it, we wipe it on, and then we take a dry one and wipe it off, and that's what helps clean this before we put our product on it. Man, I'm so excited. The Hummer's primed, but I've got something crazy to throw at y'all. I'm going to take the old school carbureted motor out and go with new school LS3 Corvette motor. This thing should give it double the horsepower. I'm going to drop this motor off at my friends over at American Speed Shop. Called up Hunter, he said bring it in. We're going to completely tear this thing down and rebuild it. Also, the seats came in. These things are pretty pricey, man. They are $2,500. So before we go any further, we want to make sure these things fit. I'm going to get my brother Chase to fab up some brackets and get these things mounted before we move any further.
Oh. What? I'm just kidding. I'll be doing that.
Give you a little history. This is where it all started. This is back in '76 when our grandfather come in and got laid off from, well, didn't get laid off, but Chevrolet actually went bankrupt here in Villa-Rica and he had to start his own business. These are the walls that started it all. So as you can tell, we kept it old school. We just love the, right here's the engine hoist that he's pulled many engines with right here. And everything that you see, we wanted to keep it old school. Hey, is that fun? We're pretty much finished for the day. We've got the seats mounted in. I wanted to do that before we went any further with any kind of interior or paint. I wanted to make sure all this would fit. So we got all that done. Stay tuned. This week we're gonna start on the metal work, body work, and get ready for paint work. Are you telling everybody you're gonna help me? All right, you wanna go back in? And then next week, time for the drivetrain. Like I say, we ordered a LS3 conversion for this, and that should be fun mounting everything up. So we got our hands full. Stay tuned. I want to thank each and every one of you for following along with us during this Hummer build. For your chance to win, click the link below. Also, check our social media group out at Mayfield Built and at Let's Enter.